guys, welcome back to our podcast. Happy November. So this month we're going to talk about, this episode we're going to talk about what we're thankful for since we're in the month of November. So how is everybody today?
Good.
How's the weather doing in you guys' states? Because, here we hit record highs for November, which is really weird. And it was like 65 degrees out.
Yeah, it was 60 here.
Well, here it's like a couple of days it's like really cold, like low 30s, high like 40s or 50s. Then it goes into like the upper 60s, lower 70s, and then back down cold. So it's just like...
Yeah.
We've been pretty steady in like the 60s, which is weird because a lot of people were mentioning today, like in their memories from a year ago, it was snowing here. And what's funny is my son actually for his birthday was like, hey, I want it to snow. I'm like, well, you need to pray and ask for snow. And instead we're getting like really nice temperatures, which is fine because they love to be outside. So I'm thankful for that it's nice out and we can still enjoy outside. But one thing I wanted to mention for being thankful. So with this topic, that's one of the things I actually prayed for when I started my revival was finding a community of people that believed in the same things as I did and wanted to do life with me. I prayed for like godly friends. So I'm thankful for this podcast. I'm thankful that I found you and Josh, or Katie and Josh. I'm looking at Katie when I was saying that. But yeah, I'm super thankful for you.
Let me get a squirt bottle and squirt.
No, but I'm super thankful for you guys because that is definitely one of the things I prayed for. Is I wanted people that I could talk to about like what I was reading in my Bible or what I'm seeing going on around me, and like not be considered crazy. Like I was just super, I wanted to find people that, believe the same things as me and are seeing the same things as me. And so I'm glad that TikTok is a thing and I was able to find you guys. But that's also like same with like how we found our church, like my husband and me found our church, like, and finding that community and just super thankful for the people that we have in our life currently, that are just helping us be better, people, better Christians, making sure that we're on the right path. And that's just something that I really reflected over, honestly, this past weekend. Just like we had people over for my son's birthday and just seeing everybody that came and was at our house. And like, it just kind of like was honestly overwhelming. Like I was super anxious, for different reasons, but then just sitting there and just like watching everybody talk and mingle and just seeing who showed up for my son, like just like an overwhelming like sense of being thankful and gratitude of like the people that we have in our corner and in our life, just made me realize that I need to be thankful for the people that I have that show up, honestly. Because I was dwelling a little bit this weekend on the people who don't show up, that should show up. And so the last couple days I've really been praying and asking God. I've been, thanking him a lot, thanking him for the people that I have in my life. But also asking him like how, or to help me, forgive people, like, because I know in the Bible it tells us that we need to forgive one another like the Father has done to us. We're supposed to forgive 7 times 77. Like we're supposed to always forgive. And like what I'm having a hard time doing is, how do you forgive people who constantly hurt you over and over again? They do the same thing over and over again. They let you down over and over again. Like, how do you keep forgiving that? And so I've been really struggling with that. And so I've been praying the last couple days, like asking God to help me, like, help me forgive this person, help me forgive these people, help me not be resentful or angry, and just give me that peace and forgiveness. And yesterday I prayed that prayer again, and something hit me, like a realization, and I literally, it stopped me in my tracks. Like, I said the prayer, like, how can I forgive somebody who keeps hurting me over and over again? Or how can I forgive somebody who keeps, doing the same thing? And he literally was like, as I do to you. Like, I forgive you, and you sin every day. Like, like, we fall short every single day, and he forgives us
Yeah.
every single day. Like, and it just like slapped me, and I'm just like, yep, he's right. Like, we fall short every single day, and he forgives us. So we hurt him every day, and he still forgives us. And I'm just like taken back, like his grace never runs out. Like, he forgives us every single day, so we have to forgive the people who hurt us every single day. Now, something I'm having to learn is, just because I forgive doesn't mean I forget. So I need to now be better with creating boundaries, which is something that's hard for me, definitely, because I'm a giver. I love helping people or being there for people, or like, that's just who I am. My heart is to be a helper and supportive, and I just need to, but that also backfires, obviously, when stuff isn't reciprocated. And that's what I'm dealing with right now, is stuff that I did, or like, that I did for people isn't being reciprocated now, and now I'm getting hurt. So I'm torn, because I'm thankful, but at the same time I'm hurt. But I just need to focus on the people who are showing up for us and be super thankful for them, because, like I said, I prayed for this. I prayed to find you guys. I prayed to find my church family. I prayed to have a supportive circle. And I think I just need to be focused on that, and the rest will fall into place like it's supposed to.
No, for sure. But also, I think, just from my experience in the past, when people keep hurting you, forgive them, of course, pray for them, but sometimes you have to love people from a distance. Like, you literally, like you said, setting boundaries. But for me, it's loving them from a distance, because if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over, I still love you, I've forgiven you, but I cannot be around you.
Right.
Yep. And that's where I think that's where I'm getting at, is like, I'm at that point now where, yeah, I need to love them from a distance and limit.
Forgiving doesn't mean be their best friends. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hard, but.
Yeah, it is hard. But we all learn.
But I do, so God gave me that realization yesterday morning. And then today I was reading, actually, I think it was the Bible app sent me like a push notification for like the verse of the day. And it was Psalm. It was one of the Psalms, but it was basically like, God is close to the brokenhearted. And I'm like, okay, here's another sign, another conviction. And then the icing on the cake was my Bible study, and like the commentary note was like breaking down like bitterness, resentment, all of this stuff. And I'm just like, okay, Like it's all hitting me like, okay, so he's telling me I need to forgive. I need to not hold on to resentment. I need to not hold on to bitterness, anger, forgive, don't forget, but like move on. And so I think these last couple days I've been really milking it, honestly. Um, and he's keeps nudging me like, I told you, forgive, move on, forgive, move on. Um, so it's now, like I said, I think I just need to put those boundaries up, and yeah, like Josh said, love from a distance. So
Yeah.
Yeah, very true. Very, very, very true.
what about you guys? Anything thankfulness on your heart?
Well, well, of course. Okay, so I'm thankful for y'all and the podcast and everything. I'm thankful for my family and friends. I'm thankful that because I feel God every day. Like I just do. But I'm thankful that even though I feel Him, He doesn't fail me.
Mm-hmm.
Like He still answers prayers. He still hears. He still hears me, even though I may not be like walking hand in hand with Him every day. Which is going back to the thing you saying, like forgiving people, but then letting them take advantage of you again. I feel like we just take advantage of God,
Yeah.
which is very horrible to say, but I'm thankful that His grace is efficient enough that it doesn't matter how far you've gone from Him, how far you've walked away, how far you've ran away from Him, or when you come to Him and ask for forgiveness, but then you kind of like fall back to the same thing and you run back to Him again. He gets excited for you coming back to Him again because you're like His lost child that
Mm-hmm.
He leaves 99 to come find one. But
Yeah.
so I'm just thankful for God's grace and His mercy and His love and His compassion, because if my child would do to me, I mean, I don't have a kid, but if my child would do to me what we do to God, like as a human, like
That's tired. It would get exhausting. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm very thankful for that, and I'm thankful that I think I'm in a season because after we did that revival thing, there's just different. Like there's something's happened. Like I was just telling Emily this because we have Bible studies on Tuesday nights, and we're going through the book of Genesis. And last night it was just me and Emily because there are other people in our Bible study, like kind of they were sick, so they didn't show up and all this stuff. But before Bible study last night, we went at our church because our church is a drop-off location for Operation Christmas Child. So you come and drop off your boxes. Mm-hmm. And then next week, our youth group and young adults is going to the actual facility to help package and pray over the boxes. So me and her did that. Then we had Bible study, and I just told her, I was like, I'm just not feeling this. And I was like, I don't want you to be mad, but I don't want anybody else to be mad in our Bible study. Because we're going through the book of Genesis, and I'm at the point in Genesis, and I know this is horrible to say, but I'm at the point in Genesis where I'm bored. Like, I'm literally bored.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's funny you say that, because somebody I just saw posted a video about how when you first start reading the Bible, you shouldn't start in Genesis because you end up getting bored. So that's really funny that you said that.
And she was like, well, we just did Revelation. Revelation is so deep. And I'm like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so I want to do something. Like, I just want to drop Genesis. I just want to move on. And I was like, I don't want y'all to be upset because it needs to be a whole agreement that we're going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what we're going to do, but Proverbs keeps popping up. Like, Daily Bible verses of Proverbs or whatever it is. Proverbs keeps popping up. And I know that Proverbs is a good book for like new marriage, financial,
life,
all kind of stuff.
I feel like Proverbs is like hard truth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like that's something I want to dig into.
Yeah. Proverbs and Romans.
So I told Emily that, and she was like, well, if we need to do that, then we can do that. I'm like, well, it's not just me and you decision. It's a whole Bible study decision. But I say that to say this, like, and it's very bad to say I'm bored reading the Bible. But I'm just thankful that me saying that God still loves me, even though I'm saying that I'm bored with that book, which is so silly. But what was I gonna say?
But I feel like the revival kind of sparked something in you that you want to grow deeper, you want to get to know him more. So I see where you're wanting to like venture into different books, where Genesis is like the foundation, like the start of it all. Like I think you're wanting to dig more deeper than just like the basics. And that's what Genesis is. Genesis is the basics and the start.
Because we've moved past the creation. Like we've went past creation now. So like I'm bored. But ever since the revival, this is to the thankful part again. Ever since revival and we've seen those miracles happen, so much has been happening around me. Like God making moves. And I'm so thankful that he's allowed me to witness this and be part of this. And the thing is, I'm about to go on a rant, but so just let me say, I'm gonna make it short, but I'm thankful for y'all. I'm thankful for my family, my friends. I'm thankful for my church family, because I don't have a big group of like friends. Like that was me years ago. I'd have a big group, and now it's like short groups of friends, because I'd rather have true friends than lots of fake ones.
Yep.
So I'm thankful for real friends and family, and I'm thankful for all the support I get, and I'm thankful that God has allowed me to create a clothing brand that has his message behind it. But so I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful for health and for my health and everything. But a lot of stuff has been happening, and I'm just thankful that God's allowed me to be a part of it. And at our Bible study on Wednesday nights for youth and young adults, we were studying the Lord's Prayer, which talks about being thankful and coming to God with thanksgiving and asking his will to be done, not yours. Which is something we come to God and we're like, hey God, like I want this, but never come to him and be like, hey God, thank you for this, or thank you for that, or thank you for just letting me wake up today, you know? Because in the Lord's Prayer it says, come with thanksgiving. But we've been studying the Lord's Prayer. Well, this past 2 weeks, our youth pastor has we're detouring. Because with that being said, ever since this, and I was thankful that I got to go to this revival, but ever since this revival, a few of us has been talking about revival happening or demonic things that are happening in the world. Well, last week, our youth leader was like, hey, basically, we're not doing the Lord's Prayer this week. God has told me that we're going to talk about this. So he talked about different things last week about how there's someone in this room that are dealing with that's dealing with things either from their past, dealing with things now, and they're asking God to make a move, but God can't make a move until you give that up and give it to him. And that Leonard Rescue came and talked, and that was really good for our youth, because she made everybody write down something that they were dealing with, that they needed to let go of and let God. So last week was really powerful, and there's this girl sitting beside of me, and this is going to be a whole different episode that I want to talk about, but there's this girl sitting beside me, and we were singing the song. I forget the song, but it's like, it says in the song, it says, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. And every time we sung that, I don't want to talk about it in this episode, but she was doing some things that looked a little bit possessed as we sung that song. And I just felt the presence of has something, she's dealing with something. Because as we sung that, she just I'll explain it in another episode, but it was weird, really weird. And then Emily felt the same, because as soon as it was over with, I went to Emily, because Emily's a worship leader in there. I was like, hey, Emily, can you go pray for her? And then Emily went and prayed for her, and other people put hands on her because several other people were feeling the exact same thing that I was feeling. And then tonight at church, we went more onto the topic, and like our youth pastor was talking about how pornography and alcohol and drugs and sex outside of marriage and all this stuff is demonic. Like it takes over your body.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people went to the altar tonight to give stuff up, we hope, because a lot of people went to the altar. But this person that I'm talking about, you can tell she's being very convicted. Which is I'll talk about everything in another video. But I say all that to say this, like I've never witnessed, like it's so powerful that I'm witnessing like God literally move in a young generation. Not saying that we three are not young, because we're still young, but I'm witnessing, and God's given me the opportunity, and I'm thankful for, to be a part of it, and that He's using me. But to see Him move in a generation that is being brainwashed by society and by the school system, and there's like this past 2 Wednesdays, our youth group and young adult has been slammed full of new people, like our original people, but we're bringing people in, which is very powerful. And I'm thankful for God for doing this. But I just say that because I'm thankful, because everything that's been happening over the last couple of weeks, I'm just thankful that God's allowed me to be a part of it and witness it and see what He's doing, because me and Emily and our youth pastor and Zach, and I think we've even talked about on here about revival happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I see, and it's like our youth pastor says, our young adult youth group is on the verge of God doing something really huge. And I'm just thankful that God has allowed me to be a part of it. And I want to be so much a part of it that when people are around me, they're like, I don't know what that is, but I want it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I want to be. And it starts with me being in the Bible more, because here lately, that's not been a thing. So, that starts with me. But I'm just thankful that I'm witnessing God do big things and small things, and that I'm a part of it. And even if I'm not a part of it, just seeing Him do things, I'm very thankful. And I'm thankful for you guys, my family, my friends, and everybody that's watching. And I just can't wait to see what God does with everything in the next couple months, next year, and yeah, so.
Awesome. Great, Josh. I love it. You guys can hear me okay, right?
Yep.
My audio is weird. I'm grateful for the blood of Jesus.
Amen.
And I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. And I say it all the time because I feel like forces are definitely, I'm fighting against a lot of evil forces. And I know, and I have faith with Jesus's blood, nothing can cross that. And with Jesus, I have met you guys. We've had this podcast. So I'm completely grateful for that. I have also, like Peyton, have prayed for godly friends. Because in the past I haven't really had friends that were good friends, of course. And God is actually revealing all my bad friends. Last couple of years. And He keeps like, hey, Katie, this person's not good. He keeps poking at me like, you need to get away from this person. This person's not good. Yeah, I am so grateful that He keeps whispering in my ear on the good and the bad things, and that He's always with me, never leaves me. Even when I feel like I'm alone, I know I'm not. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm even grateful for the bad things that's happened to me, because it's brought me closer to Jesus. I'm just grateful for everything that He has given me, that I can live on my own, because I never thought I could live on my own after my divorce. I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful for my friends, family. Simple Christmas lights. I'm so grateful.
Yes, they're so pretty.
Just the little things. Like I thank him for everything. Like I don't know. Like every day, I'm just like I'm grateful to even go to a store with how expensive things are, that I can buy little things for myself. That we can have Thanksgiving dinner here next week. I'm grateful for that. Yeah, I'm just so grateful and joyful, even though sometimes I struggle. I think we all struggle.
Oh
right?
yeah. Like shoot, this weekend was really I really struggled this weekend. Like it was several days of just yeah, it was a really rough weekend. But yeah, I think we all just need to focus on those little things that we're grateful for because I mean, the enemy does. He puts those doubts in our heads. He fills our heads with lies. Like he tries to bring us down. Like, but if we just continue to just be grateful for the little things, like it's just like having faith. Faith is the size of a mustard seed. If you're thankful the size of a mustard seed, like it can grow too. Like
Yeah.
so, I think just those reminders, like just yeah, like I've started journaling as like a talking to Jesus. And so that's really helped me because I literally am just like, thank you for this, thank you for that.
Writing Jesus letters.
Yeah, basically.
I used to do that.
Yeah, the Jesus challenge is what's helped me. I saw it on Instagram and TikTok, but yeah, I've been doing that. So yeah, I think I mean it helps you. It helps you get in that mindset of like it makes you sit down and think.
Yeah. It does. Yep. And when you have good friends too, that helps.
Yeah. And also same thing with you, Katie. Like I my friend list has really diminished. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but like every friend that I had that started with the letter M, it's like it fell out. Like terrible. So I'm like, okay, God, I can't be friends with anybody with the letter M. Got it. But yeah, I also think he gives you friends or people for seasons. Like they're not always meant for a lifetime friendship. Because I mean, if I look back at those friendships, I learned a lot. I grew.
Yep.
But yeah, I think if I look back at my friend list, I think I have one solid friend that I've been friends with for at least 10 plus years. Other than that,
Yeah.
I only have one that I've been friends with for like 36 years.
yeah.
Been friends with babies.
Yeah, I think she's honestly almost my whole life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of your Bible verse, it just popped up on my screen. It says, He healed the broken heart and bindeth up their wounds. Psalms 147:3.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, that push notification hit me, and I instantly like teared up, and I'm like, I have to screenshot this. Like, it's just another sign.
Yes. Yes, Jesus.
I love when that happens. I love when he does that. But man, he really does speak to you. Like when you ask for, like if you pray, if you ask for something, like it's in his timing, but he will answer you.
Oh, he will. And it may not be like right away, but he will.
Yeah.
It's in God's timing, not our timing. And sometimes I forget that. Like I have to remind myself, okay, like, this isn't your timing, and I have to understand and be patient and trust in you. I try to remind myself it's God's plan, not mine. So.
But yeah, I think having a smaller circle is ideally the best. Just like over the years. I've yeah, especially when you just have like those close people and you have like those personal relationships with them and you can grow with them. Like, yeah, I think that's more important than having like a huge group of friends.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I feel better because the group of friends that I had, all I did was gossip and say horrible things. And
Yeah.
now that they're out of my life, I feel more clean and more
You don't feel like you don't feel like you have to gossip or you have to like engage in it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel happier actually. Like, and the Holy Spirit reminds me, like, this is the way I want you to feel. Like, I want you to feel
Mm-hmm.
not of this world, and I want you to love everybody. And if you're in that gossip circle, then you're not loving people.
No.
You're tearing people down. And if they're
Mm-hmm.
gossiping about other people, what are they saying about you?
Yep. Oh yeah.
He also reminded me about that, and I'm like, wow, that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've heard some nice, not so nice things about me.
And I'm also at the point where I could care less.
Oh, I
Like,
don't care either. And I've actually prayed for that. I'm like, Lord, please, I have a soft heart and you know it. You gave me the
mhm.
soft heart, but please, like, teach me not to care what they say about me.
Yeah, no, I've been at the point where if I no longer speak to you, and you
You
talk
don't know.
about me, good for you. At least I'm on your mind.
Like, now you just miss me.
Yeah.
For real.
But do you, like, oh, it's like, oh, do you miss the old Katie? Or, you know, because that girl's gone. She left. The old Katie
She
left.
ain't coming back.
She's never coming back.
No more, no more, no more.
Oh, yeah. She's never coming back. And I'm happy. She's gone.
But I guess whoever's watching, could you tell us in the comments what you're thankful for? Um, I'd like to hear, you know. Or, you know, give us some topic ideas. Like, what do you guys want to hear from us? We're pretty open.
Yeah, Christmas is coming up. Like, do you want to know anything truthful about Christmas? We're very open to that. And we're interested. Like, if you have ideas, what you know, what you don't think we know. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're ready for the Grinch to visit our podcast.
Yeah, I think Josh knows him or something.
He might be booked and busy. You have to check his schedule.
Booked and busy.
Because last time I talked to him, he said 4 o'clock booked, and then he was like, but then he was like, "What would I wear?" And I was like,
I think he's gonna solve world hunger.
maybe I don't know.
I think it's one of those quotes that he says in the movie. I don't know.
We actually started watching that movie tonight. We turned it on. I turned on the TV. I'm like, okay, let's watch a movie for a few minutes to settle down before bed. And all of a sudden, Asher's going, Christmas tree, Christmas tree. I'm like, what? Like, the Christmas tree is right there. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like pointing to the TV. And I'm like, the Grinch? And he's like, yeah, Christmas tree. So I'm like, okay, you guys obviously started watching this with Dad today.
That's cute.
The real one or cartoon one?
The Jim Carrey one.
Okay, the best one.
Yeah, the OG.
Yeah.
But we were watching the beginning of it where he's like in town, like in disguise with the mask. And Asher was like, ooh, scary. He's scary. And I'm like, okay, let's not cause nightmares. Like, I don't need this.
That's cool.
But yeah, I would say The Grinch is probably my favorite Christmas movie.
Home Alone's always been my favorite.
Yeah, we watched that a lot too. Actually, that movie is highly inappropriate for a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. I didn't realize that until like this year when now my 4-year-old is trying to repeat things that are said in that movie. And yeah, we had to have a talk. I'm like, if you're going to repeat stuff that's naughty, we're not going to watch this.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
I don't realize
I think,
how inappropriate it was either.
yeah.
Over
Well,
my head.
I think maybe one episode we should talk about Christmas movies because if you really think about the Polar Express,
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
watch it and then
Watch it, you'll see. You'll see.
Now that I'm an adult.
There's a lot
no,
of
well, watch it because the main caboose,
Mm-hmm.
whatever he's called, conductor is
Mm-hmm.
played by Tom Hanks. What we know about Tom Hanks,
Uh-huh.
and then watch the movie.
Okay. Is it a really long movie? Like,
not really. It's not really that
okay.
long.
It's just a
I
normal.
would say
Okay.
2 hours or less.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look it up and see if I can find it.
And
But we were watching, have you guys seen the movie Jingle All the Way with
With the robot, with Arnold
no.
Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Yeah.
We watched that the other day. Again, another inappropriate scene that was totally over my head when I was a kid. But it was they're at like the karate performance, and all of the single women are coming to the guy and like, hey, can you come fix my porch light? It's not working. Or can you come fix this? I'll make you cookies. Like, I'm just like, this is so inappropriate. Oh my gosh.
yeah, we'll definitely have to talk about Christmas movies and like the hidden meaning and things.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of stuff that, yeah, if you watch stuff over again that you watch when you were a kid,
Yeah. Well, and there's also
light bulb.
right in front of your face, like the
Yeah.
Santa Claus, where they say we love Satan.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna look at that again because we have Disney Plus, and they take it off every year or whatever. Like they take down the Christmas stuff,
Yeah.
but now all that's up. So I need to go. I need to go look at that.
Season 2 is on there right now.
Oh,
Hmm.
we haven't watched any of that stuff.
Well, I don't
so
have Disney Plus, so
I need to
I
go.
don't either. I don't either, but I'm using another family member's account because I want to continue like down the Santa
Finding
Claus
stuff. Finding stuff.
because
yeah.
like to me like the original Santa Claus, like I need to go rewatch it because I haven't found really anything like besides magic wrong with it. But I need to go rewatch it. But like with the Santa Clauses, I've seen the Satan part,
Mhm.
but now season 2, episode 2, Santa Claus's daughter is now finding out she's a witch.
Oh no. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
so-
I gotta watch this now.
And so I feel like I was telling my so I feel like anyway, I feel like we'll talk about it in another episode, but yeah.
We need to go. We'll watch it and then we'll report.
Yeah. That.
yeah. All right, guys. So this is the end of our podcast, and we will see you on the next one. Jesus loves you, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Have a good night, guys.